The International Women's Day is a day set aside to celebrate women all over the world. And as part of activities to mark the day, the Vaguard newspaper, founded by Mr. Sam Amuka, held a forum to discuss the importance of mentoring to growth and development. The event, which was held on Friday, the 9th of March 2018, at Radisson Blu Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos, was tagged "Dearth of Mentoring in Politics and Business, Bridging the Gap in Mentorship for Women." The event had a robust attendance of influential Nigerian women who are at the top of their careers. They include former presidential advisor and prominent Bakassi leader in Cross River State, Senator Florence Itagi, Lagos and Ogun State Police Public Relations Officer, Mrs. Dolapo Badmers, Ambassador Folake Marcus Bello, former Nigerian ambassador to Zambia and Malawi, Mrs. Funke Treasure Durudola, Assistant Director Programs, Radio Nigeria, Mr. Kunle Adekoya, Deputy Editor, Vaguard Newspaper, Morenike Tyre, Women Editor, Vaguard Newspaper, among many others. In a thought-provoking discussion, each of the guests took turns to highlight, analyze, and prefer solutions to bridging the gap in mentorship for women in business and politics. In the opening remarks by Morenike Tyre, Woman Editor, Vaguard Newspaper, she welcomed all to the occasion aimed at celebrating and inspiring women in the society. Morenike Tyre said, "It is a great time to be a woman because over the years, women have been rendered redundant in the society." She added that she is happy to see the way women are beginning to help each other and strive for unity of purpose, which is a big positive change compared to when women used to pull fellow women down. She appreciated Senator Florence Itagi for honoring the invitation and urged all to see that the emancipation of women in the society be seen and, most importantly, heard.
What we're here to do, I thank you all very much. You are amazing women. The Vaguard is happy to be associated with you. I am very happy to be associated with you. And I want to thank you very much for being here. Let the discussion begin.
Senator Florence Itagi, who appreciated the Vaguard newspaper for putting up an event that encouraging women to participate in the development of the country, gave her take on mentorship for women in politics. Senator Florence Itagi, who took guests through the trajectory of her journey into politics, said she was never mentored into politics. Instead, she fought her way to the top. She also added that politics is a career which women must love and learn.
And if men know that you are strong and you are serious, they'll also support you because not all women are fair. So I think we should try and struggle with the issue of weakness and fear. So it's better for you to go out and test, the pains of contesting election. And I'm very happy that the men are here to appreciate. And we need more. First, even this Vaguard, women have done amazing things. Women have done great things, And I say here today and commend this day because this day, recognize the great women of this country. Things that we can do. All we need to do is to get together. Even in Cross River State, there are women like us that I said, where have you been? But luckily last year, I decided to put a group together. And we have professors, retired judges, doctors, bishops, and all that. All of us, so the platform is so active. So we have to network, and encourage people to come.
Ambassador Folake Marcus Bello, former Nigerian ambassador to Zambia and Malawi, who spoke on what mentoring should be, said, "Mentoring should start from the home." She said it is saddening to see how women are raised to be seen and not heard. Ambassador Folake Marcus Bello therefore urged parents to teach their female children confidence and boldness so they can build up their self-esteem and boldly face whatever challenges life throws at them.
Stop raising your children as if they are raising them to go and stay in somebody's kitchen forever. I'm not against marriage. I'm not against family. That's the best place to be. But let the women raise your children in confidence. That's the first thing I'll say. Then it is important for us to, as mothers or mothers to be, to begin to put the confidence in our female girls to say, you can do it. And there's nothing wrong with you. When you write exam, nobody is going to say, oh, he's male, so this is his question paper. She's female, that's her. Your brain fights for it. So medical field, oil field, everything, you fight for it. So why not fight in politics? It's the same brain. Because the physiology is different, the psychology is the same. So please, please, please raise your children to have that confidence to face any battle.
Mrs. Funke Treasure-Durudola, Assistant Director Programs, Radio Nigeria, who spoke on mentoring in the media, said broadcasting isn't just about having a pretty face, as you must be widely read and confident. She added that, in her zeal to impact the society, she has used various platforms to mentor aspiring broadcasters, which over the years have produced positive results.
Get our women to know what they should know about themselves. We're too busy taking care of other people. Either we're taking care of our husbands or our children. We never really look inwards to say, okay, I can do this, I can be empowered as well. So right now we're planning a walk for the women. We're planning how to get our women screened. That's on the, and I'm talking about women in the media. Because we're right there in the media, but there are a lot of things that we also don't just take cognizance of for ourselves. As a mentor, I was talking to some of the women who came earlier about mentorship. I started mentoring because, and I have a media mentoring initiative, because I saw the wide gap, skills gap between those young people who were coming in from mass communication departments to the industry. They would come and say they want to be interns, and then they knew next to nothing. They couldn't even, express themselves in one page of paper about why they would want to intern with us and all of that. So I thought to myself, this must stop, and I can do something in my own small corner of the world. And I started in 2010. I did this in 3 levels: the universities, the larger society, and my people within the organization. I'm happy to say that some of them have accessed international fellowships, some of them have accessed travels. Those who've never thought they could travel in their travel abroad in their lives are traveling.
Mrs. Bumi Lawson, Chairman, Icon Microfinance Bank Limited, who spoke on the business angle of mentorship, said, "We must encourage women to develop specific skills and knowledge that will maximize their business potential and improve their performance." She said experienced business personnel must also be ready to transfer knowledge and skills to help women excel in various capacities.
So when you look at the business landscape, you may find more men-owned businesses than women. And I think that's a reflection of what you see in terms of banking. But women have really, when you look at most businesses, I would say, I always believe that it's the woman that is the leader, but they put the men forward so that they take all the glory. Especially where it is a couples-run business, there's this ego thing, and marriage, they've talked about the price one has to pay. That if you want to be a woman leader, there is a price you sometimes pay in your marriage. So if you don't want to pay that price, most times you find you put the man forward as if he's doing everything, whereas it's the woman really running truly that organization. There are a number of ways that in business I feel that women have been empowered and mentored. There are associations. For instance, I'm the vice president of the Women in Finance. It is a group where we try to mentor women so that they can attain leadership position in all the financial services sectors. There is the Women in Business and Management Association as well. I'm a mentor there. Women sign up, and we actually mentor them so that they can progress in business.
Ms. Ibiene Ogulu, Managing Director and Chief Responsibility Officer of a co-development company, in her remarks said she grew up in an environment where there was no discrimination between a male and a female child. She said women have failed themselves in the way female children are brought up in Nigeria, as the girl child has been unconsciously brought up not to express herself and relegated to the kitchen alone. She urged parents to educate their female children, because when one educates a woman, one educates a nation. Dr. Ena Onikoyi, senior cardiologist, LASUTH, in her observation said there is lack of good mentorship among Nigerian youth, and in order to solve the problem, professionals must create time to share in their knowledge.
Really, we need, as females, we need to bring up the young, the ones who are less educated. I can know myself as I was here as a resident in anesthesia right here in Lasuth, right here in Lagos, and then later in GH Lagos, in GH, yeah. But what happens is that you can see how you can be able to harness the power of increasing confidence even in the attitude of looking at someone's face, something that I have seen growing up in America. There's a difference.
Mrs. Nike Ladipo, in her frank observation, said many women act too proud to mentor people. She said there's the fear of competition, which is not healthy for growth. She, however, urged women to help each other grow, as the sky is big enough for all.
There's so much gap in our society because the women are not given as much as is required as per the attention, their time, and everything. I mean, even the society is not giving the women, enough encouragement. A lot of our women, there is a saying that says that you don't give out of what you don't have. You only give out of your treasure. A woman that climbed to a position in society by hook or by whatever means, tell me what will she confidently be able to pass on to those that are under her? She will not be able to keep anything. So there's so much gap over the years, like what Itagi said. During their own time, there was nothing like mentoring. And we find ourselves in the situation through due to exposure, education, and all that. We are more opportuned today to do that. But we discovered that a lot of we women, we like to do our own thing by ourselves. We do not encourage anybody come into our circles. Once you are in your own circle, you are contented and you want to be the leader and continue to be the leader.
Speaking of the professional relationship between a mentor and a mentee, Mrs. Yvonne Aby, who is the senior consultant etiquette place, said, mentees must know how and when to talk to their mentors, because certain acts can annoy a mentor. She said mentees must understand and communicate strictly professionally. Citing the case, Mrs. Yvonne Aby said she sees it unprofessional for a mentee to invite a mentor for a birthday party. She said you must learn how to manage relationships. Women generally must understand how to work in business.
You must understand how to manage the relationships with the people you want to impact knowledge on you. It's got to be something intentional. So we're dealing with a lot of millennials who want to learn from the people who have done something, who have gone ahead of them. You must understand how to manage your relationship. Most young people don't. That might be the problem. But the platforms exist to mentor these people.
Miss Damilola Owolabi, CEO Dreg Waters Petroleum and Logistics Limited, said mentoring is spreading intellectual investment. She therefore encouraged women to make themselves available to mentor other women.
Please let's make out time for mentorship, because a lot of people, they want to reach out to so many women out there, but they just feel they will not be accepted well because those women don't make themselves available. So in my little space, I try to make myself available for military widows, for those that are very, very low in whatever they're doing, and I try to bring them together and tell them, look, because your husband is no more doesn't mean you can't be something. You need to do something, you need to start business, and we try to sell them.
Mrs. Adora Ekwemesi, Director Grando Consultant Limited, who spoke on various platforms of mentorship, said it is important for women to identify an area of focus. She added that technology has provided various platforms for mentorship, which have made the spread of knowledge flexible and easily accessible.
Mentorship is not overrated, but mentoring by one-on-one by another female is overrated. I have also tried to approach women, other female. In fact, there was a time a couple of years ago I was looking for a female mentor. I couldn't get audience. Not that, I mean, even the ones I approached because I like what they're doing, they didn't give me audience. Everybody was forming busy. So, and the truth is, someone might even say, me, I form busy too. But the truth is that the media and technology has made it so much easier. All of us, let's look at other ways to be mentored, and also let us seek other ways to mentor people. There are platforms, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can be mentoring thousands of people without having to deal with people one by one. Let's take advantage of technology.
Ms. Yewande Kazim, founder of Wonderville Media, and Mrs. Happy Julian Uchendo, who is a Nollywood actress and producer, both spoke from personal experiences, saying that women must understand that positions will not be given to them on a platter, as they must work hard for it. They must be knowledgeable and press forward to achieve and mentor.
In the industry today, a lot have changed. And I see so many young women like coming, oh, Happy, how have you climbed so far? You've done so well for yourself. How did you do it? I give you my own mentorship. If you really want to do this, get to know how the industry is all about. But because I have made that same mistake, because no one mentored me, I wouldn't want you to do that same mistake, which is why I am here. To the glory of God, I think I've mentored, if not more than 20 people in the industry. Talent, young, 24, I think the lowest is 22, and she's the producer today.
So my thing is now, I have a lot of young people sending me messages about, oh, I'm looking for a job, and I make an effort to try to, even if it meets, like I met a young guy yesterday, I've not met, he said he was coming with his father, I'm like, why? He said, no, that you've been very helpful, my father wants to thank you. I said, no, I'll talk to him on the phone, he doesn't have to say it, he doesn't have to come all the way. So just bit by bit, I've met women that I give opportunity to, and I'm sorry, sometimes some women as well, they just come in and say, okay, she knows a lot of people, let me meet this person through her. I'm like, if I ask you the same questions over the phone, you can't answer it. You can't just be a pretty face. Pretty face to get you in the door, but to sustain it is a totally different thing. You have to know what exactly you're doing.
Mrs. Dalakbo Badmers, Police Public Relations Officer, Lagos and Ogun State, said mentorship isn't a guaranteed road to success. Rather, it is just one of the avenues to succeed. She said character, tenacity, and active duty are what drive career growth. Mrs. Dalakbo Badmers said women should be strong in their femininity and help each other to grow.
I'm aspiring to be Inspector General of Police, of course. As a police officer, that's where you want to get to. And then you are aspiring to be. And I'm a woman, and no one has ever gotten, to that seat. So who do you talk to? Who wants to mentor you? So then I go back, then I check inward. There are things that build human being. Character is one of them. Dedication to duty is one of them. You need to be tenacious. And like Mommy Itagi here, we know you must have fought your way to get to where you are. Because no one, maybe out of about, I think we have about 70-something senators, if I'm right. 109 senators, right? And then you are probably one of 4 or 5. And I can imagine how many bills they've killed because you are a woman. And because, like they said, someone once said, men move like colony, but women, we drag ourselves together before we can get ourselves together. Yeah. And it's because of so many reasons. And I think it's high time we all rise above that as women.
Mrs. Yetunde Arebi, Deputy Woman Editor, Vaguard newspaper, in the vote of thanks, appreciated all for attending the event, which she said was quite interesting, inspiring and impactful. She added that next year's event will be a better one. This was followed by a photo and video session, which brought the event to an end. From Beacon Communications, we commend the Vaguard newspaper for this laudable initiative.